Hello, 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 hello. What's going on, man? What's going on with this? What's going on with all these things going on right now? Man, Diddy again. Man, it's crazy, man. So the judge is threatening to keep Diddy out of the court for looking at the jurors. That's just crazy, man. That's so I don't know. Was this a good thing or what? What is Diddy being strategic on this? But it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. What do y'all think, man? Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna? Is he beating this case, man? At one point, I thought it was, but now it seems like, man, they if everything they saying, if everything they bringing up is part of that conspiracy and all this, the trafficking and everything, it's sounding like they rounding up everything, man, right now at this point. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, what's it's like Diddy can't and not even saying, it's nothing he could really say. It's not like he's gonna testify because they said if he do testify, then now he opening a can of worms where they can go back to everything else. Like they could question him about anything. So that's crazy to me, man. That's so at that point now he's limited to what's going on. So basically, it seems like his he got his life pardon for the pun. I mean, dangled, 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 man. Like the judge, shoot, his lawyers now. His life is in the lawyers' hands, and as we see, the lawyers. I mean, they already claiming, man, he just he's a crazy dude. He does this, he does that, and all this crazy mess. And we know he was violent and everything like that. It's like, wait, hold up. You're supposed to be defending me. What I'm It's crazy, man. So what do y'all think, man? Let me know, man. Let me know what y'all think about this, man, because it's crazy, man. It's crazy to even yo, I don't know, man. He should beat some of the things. So they said Brianna, man, today, Brianna, man, Brianna, she testified. You know what I mean? So Brianna testified today. Man, yo, they keep doing the same thing over and over again. I'm wondering, man, how the jurors gonna go? Like which way they gonna go? Like I mean, this got to be like a boring type of thing where it's like, man, you sitting back and looking at it like you a juror, you just sitting there and hearing the same stories over and over again. Listen, man, I don't know, man. This is crazy, man. It's crazy. Are they tired of this going on? Well, I would be tired, man. I know that, man. Listening to all the nonsense. Some people may be telling the truth, some people may be lying, but we don't know. You know what I mean? Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? We don't know, man. We don't know who's telling the truth. But hey, we know some people is telling the truth. So and the way the prosecution is doing it, they act like everybody's telling the truth. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But listen to this though. Listen to this. Listen, all jokes aside, man. So as you know, Jane Doe, there's a Jane Doe testifying, right? And we come to find out that the more we listen to it, it's like, oh, this is 50 Cent, 50 Cent baby moms. It's gotta be Daphne. If you think about it, right? Think about it, right? So they saying this woman, she apparently been dating, you know what I mean, been dating a Diddy, what, since 2021. Since 2021, he been dating Diddy, right? So well, we're looking at it like, okay, who is this? Who is this? I mean, man, looking at it more, even more, and now seeing like, seeing like 50 the way he been going at Diddy. Come on, man. That's some girl is involved. But apparently Jane Doe is Daphne, man. That's what they saying. That's the word around. So how do we know that is Daphne? How do we know that is she's actually Daphne? How do we know that though? How do we know? So how do we know? What is the questions being asked? What make you listen, man? She said on the stand and said, listen, do you mind me telling Diddy this? Like, yo, hey man, I you know who my baby dad is. so so you know. So the word around is, you know what I mean? Through the transcripts. Through the transcripts, man, they saying that they saying it, we know it's her, but transcript ain't gonna say who it is. But also, she also said on the transcript that Diddy doesn't get along with her baby dad. And we know who it is. Just from that right there. We already know. So apparently, so she and her girlfriend or whatever, they was together, like they so her girlfriend was dating, right? So that's the word, right? So they dating, but she was around, so she's around, just hanging around. But at some point, her friend is starting to feel like she's trying to get into it with Diddy. You know what I mean? So now this is where the mess starting at. So so the first time they actually met, this is what she claiming she saw pink cocaine. You know what I'm saying? So they talking about pink cocaine. She like, your pink cocaine was pulled out, and then her friend was like, nah, we leaving. So she catching a fit on some on some Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey and Tori. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we leaving. We getting out of here. Why is he bringing out the pink coke? The pink coke ain't supposed to be for me. so she, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's what she said, but that's what it sounds like. So boom. So she's like, okay, we leaving. So apparently she wasn't really messing with Diddy. This was some jealousy, you know what I mean, whatever it is. So they leave. But listen, here's what we gotta say though. Here's what we gonna have to say, because when you looking at it, at some point, right, somewhere along the line, they linked up anyway. You know what I mean? So they linked up anyway. So listen, man, it's crazy. This is crazy because they linked up anyway. But she said she wasn't. Let's see what it man. Let's see what happened, man. Let's read more and see how this thing go. So apparently, Miss Jane Doe, she her girlfriend was upset. You know what I mean? Her girlfriend was upset, man. She thought she was getting with Sean. So they leave. So AUSA is like, yo, hey. So what happened the next day? What's going on? Talk to me. We brought you in here. Hey, you coming to talk to us? It's you. You coming to talk to us? We told you we'll give you immunity, but you gotta tell us everything, including the pink cocaine. So then she goes on yeah, we had drinks by the pool. I don't know about what's going on with the pool thing, man. It's just, so it's like we by the pool. Movie night. They have a movie. Yo, listen, bro. I give you this, man. Diddy keep a bad one, man. You know what I mean? I don't know why he be sharing them like that, you know what I mean, with strangers. Like, that's another, you know what I mean? That's that man business. I don't want to get involved in that. You feel me? I don't want to get involved in that. That's his business, man. Who am I to scold the man or to judge the man or whatever, you know? I'm not, that's not what I'm here for, man. I'm just over here just looking at everything and seeing it. And as I see it, I'm gonna say it, you know, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not here to judge the man because we all fall short under the glory of God. I know that for a fact, you know what I mean? We all fall short, you know what I mean? But again, everybody gotta reap. You gotta reap, you know, judgment at some point in time too. You feel me? You're gonna reap what you sow. You know, so is Diddy reaping what he sowed? You know what I mean? Only God knows. But we know on earth right now what we seeing. We seeing, hey man, this dude, it's a lot going on. And they trying to bury him, take his money and you know what I mean, and do all type of things to him. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, but I'm not judging him. Well, we gotta say it because he done took over. He done took over though. He made it, bro. He made it, man. He the biggest kingpin. I mean, from right now, shoot, he had the pink cocaine. I never seen pink cocaine. I seen white cocaine. I never seen the pink cocaine. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Pink cocaine? Oh man, that's crazy. But so they drinking by the pool. Movie night. Movie night. You know, in the theaters, you know what I mean? And in the residence, you know, he texting, he pushing on, but let's be for real, bro. Now this is Jane Doe, so I can't really say if it's her or not, but I think it's her. You know, I would say the 98%. I would say a 98% chance that's her. But you know, it's crazy, man. But it's I don't know. It's kind of conniving, but at the same time, yeah, that's judging her. I can't judge her neither. I ain't gonna be judging her, bro. Like, why am I gonna judge her? If I'm not gonna judge Diddy, why am I judging her? You know what I mean? That's not my job. But it looked like some fishy things going on because she already know. She goes to the nemesis, and I would say the number one nemesis of 50. Because you know 50 been throwing jabs at him forever. So now we looking at it, we like thinking, okay, boom, check it. Let's check this out, right? So the it's crazy. So her girl going out with Diddy, boom. So they doing their thing. She's on the side. So at that point, man, I don't know if she was still with 50 or not, but we know somewhere along the line things went left with it with 50. Bam. Okay, so now some type of split. But then we know I saw on video, which did I see it or was it just Photoshop? I don't know. I did see her by the pool. Photos was taken, and I was like, oh shoot, 50 lost one. Shoot, if y'all remember the old song, man, you might win some, but you just lost one. He lost Daphne, bro. He lost Daphne, man. Oh, Daphne to the game. I can't judge it. You feel me? I can't judge it. Man, Diddy took that. Whoa, take that. Yo, word. He did, man. So I'm looking at it like, I'm like, okay, shoot, what they doing? So now Diddy on some texting. Yeah, man, I want to take you out. But you know, man, Diddy think he's slick, man. You feel me? He think he's slick. So what he does, he's like, man, I want to take you out. Tell her, yo, I want to take you out. But at the same time, it's like, Diddy, you know whose baby moms this is, and you playing the game. So these guys, man, look, they all playing the 48 laws of power. So it's crazy when 50 start doing things and don't lose me right here. When okay, so the reporter asked Donald Trump was like, yo, would you pardon Diddy if question was asked? Shoot, Donald Trump like, yeah, I'll think about it. Shoot, I know Diddy been talking crazy about me, but shoot, if he was unjustly, something unjustly happened to him, man, listen, I look into it. So now everybody's speculating like, yo, okay, man, Donald Trump might pardon him. And I think he might pardon Diddy. Personal reason, I think this is my own opinion, I think he might pardon him out of spite. because he do not like the federal government. He because for the simple fact is they indicted him all type of ways. So he looked like, man, shoot, if they could indict me, they couldn't they shoot they could indict anybody just out of spite. So out of spite, I think he might just do it. But this a high, maybe not. It's a high percent chance he doesn't do it because for the purposes of like, man, like, poll ratings and this is a female driven case. You got six women on the case, so it's like, yo, six women in the case. Come on, man. Like, the females is at that. That video wasn't looking good. Doesn't look good to nobody, but to the females, it's like, man, Diddy done did it, man. Like, it's like, bro, you got caught on camera on 4K. You got caught on 4K, and that's on you. We nobody could argue that. You know what I mean? You could be the person's best friend. Yo, nah, this wasn't. Nah, what about the tape? Oh, all right, bet. It's over. You feel me? So that's the issue with that. But anyways, let's get back to this. With them. The beginning of the love story of Daphne Joy and 50 Cent baby mom. It's crazy. Every time you say her name, you gotta say 50 Cent baby moms. But 50 gonna have a joy. He gonna have fun with that, man. We hope he have fun with it. But anyway, actually, nah. Hey, we don't hope she have fun with it, because for what? She's her own person. She do what she wanna do. You feel me? She do what she wanna do. Nobody could judge nobody. You feel me? This is only God can judge. May Tupac rest in peace. Only God could judge him. You know what I mean? Both women and men. So who am I to disagree, man? Who am I to say this person deserves this on earth, that person deserves this on earth? Nah. Only God can judge, man. Only God can judge. It's only God we give the judgment to. So anyway, we get back to it. So Diddy is texting Joy. But she already put herself there. She already put herself there in the mix. But the thing is, the friend who was dating Diddy at that time, now, once she pulled that, I think it was it right there. She, out of spite, she got too spite to do. Like, out of spite, she gonna date Diddy because her friend is acting funny. Out of spite, 50 acting funny. Bam. Whoa. It's a double, huh? Double homie. She trying to get on it. Like, okay, yeah. I'm gonna get back at y'all. Get back at Diddy, get back at my friend. So let's continue, man. So, okay, so Diddy texting. So Diddy, yo, he flirting with him, man. He flirting with her. But she was bad, man. She probably still is. I ain't seen her in years, but hey, nah, I ain't see her like that. But I'm saying on TV, you feel me? I ain't see her in years. But she was bad, bro. She was bad. It's crazy. She was very, fit, beauty. It seemed like she kind of resembled maybe an older version of Cassie. I don't know. Maybe y'all might have to check that out. I'm like, wait, hold up. I think he went to some type of Asian Oriental phase at some point. No disrespect. Nah, ain't no disrespect. I'm just saying that's what I see, So now he's texting her. She living in the East Coast, right? But get this, bro. Get this. We don't know if it's her. I'm not going to say it's her. We don't know. We do not know that's her. But here's the thing. Diddy is telling this chick, call me Ernie. I never knew that. I knew that. Wait, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Love, but it's Ernie. That's for her, it was Ernie, bro. That's the word listen. Call him Ernie. Ernie, bro. Nah, not the Ernie from the NBA with Shaq and them. No, this Diddy. See, apparently he changed his name with her. Like, But I don't think he made it. He trademarked. Nah. He ain't trademarked that one. He just He ain't trademarked that one. It was just like exclusively for her and him. Like, yo, call me Ernie. So whenever she saw him, I believe it was just like Ernie. But everybody like turning around like, oh, who's Ernie? There ain't no Ernie in here. But yeah, it was Diddy. Now we finding out why she was calling him Ernie. But we thought she was crazy. At some point, everybody thought she was crazy, bro. Because you calling somebody Ernie, but we clearly see Diddy. That's who we saw. But she was calling them Ernie. But now we find out, yo, Diddy be doing stuff. What I like, what he be doing, he do stuff in the dark. So now when it's happening in the light, you like, why is this happening? Because Diddy said it. He said, call me Ernie. So she following orders. So his name was Ernie to her. So now, but how do we find out that's her, bro? How do we know that's her? How do we know it's Daphne Joy, man? Because she's calling him Ernie, right? Yo, Daddy's crazy. Nah, he's not crazy. I can't call no man crazy. You feel me? He went through whatever the phase he went to, and so he had to is it 2021 they met. You feel me? So 2021 they meet, and now but they met in Miami. But I thought young Miami. What is it? So now we thinking like, okay, maybe it's young Miami, man. Maybe it's young Miami. Maybe it's not, right? But it's not. Because I don't know. And I'm wondering, is she going to testify? Is she going to testify? But she's supposed to be gangster, so I don't know. It's got to be Daphne Joy, man. It's Daphne Joy, bro. It's Daphne Joy, man. It's Daphne Joy, bro. Because they was together 2020, right? 2020 they together. 2021, come on, man. 2020, 2021, they together, bro. Nah, it's Daphne Joy, bro. It's Daphne Joy. Wow. I'm looking at the pictures of them by the pool. 2021, bro. 2021, 2024. Yo, nah, it's her. It's her, bro. It's her. It's gotta be her, man. Yo, it's got yo. So Diddy was pushing on her, man, putting the aggression on her. Like, yo, listen, bro. There was yo. Listen, this is the crazy part, right? So he pressing on her, like pushing, like, yo, man, let's get it, let's do something. You know what I mean? But she claiming, now she claiming, oh nah, I ain't really want to do it because my girl, this and that, that, right? So, but then if you think about it, like she ended up being with him, so it's like all this she see the story. It's like in her mind, this was already happening anyway, because it happened. So now, all of a sudden, now she really didn't want to. He was pursuing her, so making him out to be the that's the black man aggressor. He put an aggression. Yeah, he it was him. I was scared, but I ain't see that part yet. But anyway, so he's pursuing her. You know, and that's what she's saying. She was like, man, nah, my girl, you and my girl, so I can't do nothing with that. Nah, I can't. So she's fighting. She acted like she fighting. Oh, nah, but guess what? The girl, her friend, listen, right? It's crazy. Her friend, right? Her friend gets engaged to somebody else, right? Apparently, she moved overseas. Yo, it's crazy, right? Moved overseas, and like, all right, she moved overseas. So I guess now it's like, yeah. It's on, you know. So and she like, yo, she seen Diddy, you know, hey, and she like, yo, it's on. Why? And then guess what? She throw the shade with like, shoot, her friend was messing with both of them anyway, so she was violating. It's crazy, man. I had this conversation, not really this conversation that I had, but it was more or less somebody, a coworker of mine was telling me, yo, listen, man, what do you think about this? What it should if your friend should your friend be messing with with somebody maybe on the side that you got, even though you might be intertwined with somebody else? Like, should is that cool? My answer was like, hey, man, if that's not your number one, so what? That's how I looked at it. You know what I'm saying? I looked at it like that. I'm like, man, that's not your number one. That's She's free to do whatever she want to do. But at the same time, this is how wars start. Like secret wars, happens. Because now it becomes complicated. You know what I mean? So and then I'm like, yo, it's kind of crazy because now you like, man, shoot, out of all these dudes, all these girls around, you can choose somebody else. Like, you got to choose the person that I've been with and we was cool. So it becomes to that point. But then at the same time, you can't judge that person because you like who you like, you love who you love. So who am I to disagree on somebody saying who they like, who they love, who they want to be with, man? Me? Nah, I ain't mad about that. Why am I gonna be mad about it? You gotta play the game, man. Play the game. Don't let the game play you, man. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep moving because everybody gonna make the best decision for their lives. They're gonna make the best decision for their lives. So apparently, it looks like that's what Daphne Joy, no, don't know, but sounds like it did on this situation where she was like, man, you know what, man, I'm gonna do what's best for me and my son, and disregarding who 50 Cent, the feelings or whatever. But I can't judge her. I can't say, yo, you shouldn't have did. Nah, I can't do that. I can't judge her. I'm not gonna judge her. Why? Because she's only human, just like me, just like anybody else. We make the decisions a lot of times, based upon what we think that looks good. That's just, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. And then you live and you learn and rethink, reconstruct your thoughts and think like, man, how this go bad? Hopefully you don't do it over and over again, where you repeating it, where it's a cycle. You know what I mean? That's for me. I look at it like, dang, okay, you did that. So now you find a reason. Life will give you a reason to go do whatever you want to do. That's a bar right there. That's a lesson right there, man. Be careful what you asking for, because life will show you a way to get around it and go get it. And that just tells you, man, whatever you set in your mind, you can do it. And her mind was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. So now this girl end up, boom, overseas with somebody else. Guess who crept in? P. Diddy. And it's ironic, man, because she's doing all this where it's almost like it's a thing that she wasn't supposed to be in. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you don't get something, you don't get something right, and you thinking to yourself like, man, this is what I wanted that, I want blah blah blah. But then life is giving you the heads up, like, nah, this might not be you, because look, that was your girl peoples, like, yo, don't cross that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you want it? I bet. Yeah, she gonna move on. She gonna go overseas. Now you could go ahead. This your lane now. You know what I mean? And now look at this. She's in court testifying. I don't know if that's her, but either way, if it's her or not, this particular woman is dealing with something where I know she don't want to be there. You know what I mean? Now she's being exposed for, exchanging sex for money. You know what I mean? I ain't judging her. I would never judge her, but apparently the court, she's in court, and the judge, she's being judged. She's being judged. Jury's there. They looking at her. Is she telling the truth? Is she telling a lie? Is she conniving? Yeah, they gotta read through all that. Now you being there and they reading you like a book. And you gotta sit there and look at the man that when you was in his face at one point, whining and dining, or lovey-dovey, you know, everything was good, right? Everything was good. Yo, you're out there. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is lovey dovey and all that. And then now court happened. Oh, now I don't know. I saw pink cocaine. Yeah, we left. Yeah, but let's see, man. Let's go on, man. Don't let me go on this, cause I ain't judging nobody, man. That's not my place, man. Only God can judge, man. So now that this woman, she leaves, you know, Diddy X. I don't know who that is though. We're gonna find that out too. So she leaves, and apparently, she go overseas, engaged, doing her thing. Yeah, I can't blame her neither. She moving. So now she was moving. She keep going. All right, that same girl. Yo, she flipping on Daphne. Like, yo, man, listen, bro. You can't talk to him. So, guess what? So now, 2021, guess what's happening? Oh, they in the hotel, bro. They in the hotel doing their thing. And you know how Diddy do it, man. Extravagant everything, bro. That's what he do. Nobody gonna take that away from him. We can't take that away from him. So they in the hotel doing their thing, man. But guess what? AUSA Comey's like, where did you have your first date? Yo, he's in the hotel balcony, bro. Like in the hotel balcony. You know what I mean? Yo, first date, man. How much did it? Yo, 5 days, man. 5 days. Yo, only Diddy could do that, bro. Yeah, man. I had like maybe a 5 hour, maybe 5 hours, like a date. You feel me? But 5 days? Nah. Top 3 dead or alive, man. I can't even lie about that, man. What? Yo, 5 days. But you know what? I think you know what it is. You don't have to go to work. Like so. Maybe if you ain't got to go to work, yeah. So that's the only way I see it like that. 5 days. Yeah, he must have liked her, man. He must have really loved her, and knowing who she is too. That he was like, yo, I don't know, but let me ask y'all a question, man. What do y'all think about that, man? I mean, it's like if you beefing with your peoples, like your ex or whatever, like do you go like I get it, man. Do you like you go date the person's nemesis? Like, is the beef that much? Like, do we go on like that and do it? I can't judge it. It's not for me to judge nobody, but it's like, cause I'm sure, man. I'm looking at it like, yo, Diddy's like, yeah, okay. That's a step up. In Diddy's mind, that's a step up. I'm dating, 56 baby wives. And that was recent too. That was it. It was like it wasn't that far from when they broke up or whatever. And then at one point, man, I remember seeing 50 Cent. He used to pose with all of them, as a family. Even though I don't think they was together anymore. But then I think things really it shift drastically, man, drastically. And it's that's what it is, man. When you don't wife them or marry him. But at the same time, I can even say wife or marry, because if you look at the Remy Ma and Papoose, like, and I don't know much about it, but from what Papoose has been saying, she was like, yo, she was stepping out, she was doing her thing, and I can't judge her. You know what I mean? I can't judge her. It just, she was living her truth. She's living her journey. She going through her journey where I can't be mad at her, and it seemed like to angered Papoose on it, but at the same time, and looking at this situation here with Daphne Joy, it's looking type like she was trying to get at 50 on something. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I remember she was getting with Jason Derulo, and 50 apparently said something to Jason Derulo, and and then that ended abruptly. Like, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's it. So 50 put the pressure, you know what I mean, and but shoot, and that's when you never show never show your weaknesses, man. You know what I mean. So he I think once he showed that weakness, I think Diddy probably went out like, okay, all right, so this is a point of, I can hurt you on that part right there. Like, oh, so you love her, right? I'm gonna grab her. So come on, man. We can't say Diddy didn't know. You know what I mean? We not in court. He not in trial for that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say I believe that it was like all planned out. Like, once he saw that was her, it was like, oh, I bet how you end up here. You know what I mean? And I think on her half, I think she was thinking the same way too. Like, shoot, they're both working, and it's funny, man, because how it goes where they both had the same mindset, meet up to hurt the same person. You know what I mean? And just kind of like what Cardi B doing right now with Stefan Diggs, and posting pictures and all that. She knew, Daphne Joy knew if it's her. I don't know if it's her, but I think it's her. It's gotta be her. But she knew, she knew, right? She knew this would be out there. She knew, you know what I mean, because she's being around Diddy, pictures gonna be taken, you know what I mean, and she knew, and it's like, yo, word, so yeah, so what they yo, so AUSA, so they in a day for 5 days doing their thing, man. They doing their thing, man. I can't even lie about that. They doing their thing. Shoot, I ain't mad about it. And then she was like, what did you tell him about your past? She said, I dated somebody you knew. Yo, that's crazy, bro. You think Diddy didn't know already? Yo, I don't know, man. It's so, I love it. I'm fascinated with how women can just act like they gullible, like acting gullible, but really not gullible. Because, woman is the most intelligent people on earth, bro. On earth, they may act gullible, they may play gullible, but they not gullible, bro. But they'll play it. So now she's like, what did you say about your past? And what did you say? And she like, yo, I knew, I did it someone he knew. And he also said, and Miss Jane Doe says, my child's father didn't get along with him. He did. And guess what Diddy said? Man, I don't mind. Hey, sip this wine. I don't mind. Yo, this is why. Let me tell you, man. This is why, man. There's a lot of resentment towards Diddy, bro. And it's these resentments, and it's always almost about some type of woman. You get what I'm saying? So, and it's crazy because when you thinking about it, right? Dudes he's like doing this thing. I don't mind. Yeah. You're straight, man. You got a kid. I mean, you got a kid. Your baby, we didn't get along. I don't mind. We straight. We good. What you talking about? Why we talking about him anyway? yo, yo, yo. And but You know what I mean? Who's to blame? There's nobody to be blamed because she wasn't with 50. I mean, like when you if you're talking about some morally things, like what's going on, I can't judge her neither because I don't know what's going on. It's like, but at the same time, we all know there was, a him and 50 and Diddy, they didn't really rock out like that. And this is it's a lot of people say it's over Mace, and you know how 50 was trying to sign Mace, and I think 50 had already spent money thinking that it was a go and everything like that. And then once the situation was about to spark, you know what I'm saying? And Diddy's like, yo, I want he said something about 5 million or 3 million or 2 million. One of the numbers, whatever the number was, it was more or less like it was so high where it was like, you know, Diddy, shrewd businessman. He did it in a way where it's like he didn't deny it to happen, but he asked for such an amount where 50 couldn't even say yeah because it was like, yo, bro, that's too much money. You know it's too much money. You taking this meeting to let me know you not doing it, but of course you're not saying you not. But then at the same time, you saying give me this amount. So if you want them that bad, give me this amount and go ahead and do your thing. So that's the issue. And now we look at it, and now 50 is like, yo, man, F this dude. And it's been like that forever. You know what I mean? And there might be other reasons or whatnot, but he's been going at him. And now we find out, hey, now we looking at it. The court is saying, 50 sitting back like, oh, and looking at everything. It's crazy, man, because now he gets to see, he's seeing the background to everything that was happening because they're on a date for 5 days. So now they get to talking about things, and she's telling him, "Yo, look, man, we hey, I'm over here. I got a pass. I dated somebody you knew, and also you beefing. You know what I mean? Y'all don't get along with my baby dad. So that's what she's basically letting him know. And he like, well, man, listen, whatever, man. Let's get it. Let's stop talking about him anyway. You know. So then AUSA man said, how many children do you have? She said just one, man. She said just one. What did Sean say about his relationships? Jane Doe says only my friend. He said it wasn't a real relationship. Yo, Diddy was running game, bro. He running game. Yo, he like yo. He said nah, man, that wasn't a real. It wasn't a real relationship. You know what I mean? So he running game right there. He like, man, that wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? So, but it's crazy. But it's crazy how Diddy. It's crazy how Diddy was able to most of the women like move on like in a way like just. But something about Cassie, bro. I don't know. You know what I mean? Something about Cassie kept them around where he felt like he had to, trying to blow cars up and all this. Like, I don't know. But, I guess it's like eventually something gonna catch you. You know what I mean? So it's his heart got caught up. You feel me? I mean, he didn't even do that to Jennifer Lopez. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't pursuing her like that, and it's crazy. So I'm thinking to myself like, yo, why would you allow yourself? Nah, you know what? I'm judging. That's judging right there. I can't even judge that man on that. At that point, he got caught up in something that I don't know. I don't have no idea of how he did. You know what I mean? So unless I was in his shoes, then I would know. So I can't judge him on that. But it's just kind of weird to me how for him to just be able to he could move on easily, like, okay, bet, let's go do this. All right, bet, yo, all right, nah, it wasn't a real relationship. Let's move on. Let's do our thing. But with Cassie, it seems like he was stuck there. Like he wanted to, control every aspect of her and everything like that. And I don't know why, and I can't judge why he was on it like that. But It just observation. I'm giving you observation, so I don't want to judge the man. I don't want to, go against that man and say anything crazy, disparaging towards his character, based upon how I feel he should be living his life. You know what I mean? It would be nice, he lived his life in a certain way. You know what I mean? But it will be beneficial for him anyway. So, but at the same time, who am I to say, yo, he should be acting this way? Because I don't know what his background, what he's done, what was happened to his life, what led him to that part of his situation. You know what I mean? Now that he's being in court, being judged. Being judged by 12, right? Being judged by 12. We'll see what happened. But anyway, so yeah, so she's saying to him, she's saying to him, what did he say about his relationship? He says nah. He said nah. He said nah. I don't have a relationship with this girl. I'm good. But here's what I'm thinking, man. What 50? I'm wondering what 50 Cent. Like thinking about this though. Like, you know what I mean? Like him on the background, like, you know what I mean? Like looking at this. I mean, because at some point he was calling her all type of names, sex worker and everything. You know what I mean? Usually you sex worker, yo, it's funny, what I'm saying? But it's not funny, because I mean, listen, obviously he wasn't doing this thing with her, so she had to find her ways to whatever it is. I don't know what she was doing, and was she really a sex worker or whatnot. But anyways, so she move on. So Sean is like, nah, I'm good. I don't care about your friend. That wasn't nothing anyway. So he could have been running game, maybe not. But Tom would did tell that, yeah, he was running games because he didn't really stay together for long. So it seems like this was something, throwing shots at 50 a little bit. Let 50 know, listen, bro, look at you. You know, look at that. I got your girl. I got your main one. Yo, that's crazy. So AUSA, man, says, how come, how many children you have? Obviously, she said one, in the relationship. Um, so this thing is going on. So we think into it like, okay, now, so now AUSA is like, what did you do? He says we made a lot of love. yo, so Diddy was in that, bro. Like, it's crazy. Enemy's wife. Yo, yeah, right. Enemy's wife, man. You want her more than ever. You know what I'm saying? She said they walked on the beach. Shoot, he was digging her, walking the beach, doing that thing, making love. You know what I'm saying? Later, they went on a proper date, on a proper first date, she said. They was dressed up, restaurant. Yeah. Hey, she said she was what's the word? He's head over heels, man. Head over heels, man. You know what I mean? Yo, you know what I mean? She felt special again. She felt special. You know what I mean? Someone taking her out and showing her whatever it is. And he probably already hit. You know what I mean? So she probably didn't think that would happen. But they, they went out and did what they had to do. So they going out doing their thing. They said, "How did you stay in contact?" They just text each other. They asked, "Did y'all travel together?" AUSA is, they kind of nosy, bro. That's a lot of questions right there. But I guess that's court, man. That's being nosy though. Like she asking her, listen, where did y'all go? Did you did y'all was texting? Where did y'all go? And she was like, Turks and Caicos. Okay. Nah. They doing their thing, man. they doing their thing. She said she was mad excited, man. She was happy. She never been there. You see, see, here's the thing, man. So 50 had her. 50. 50 said I ain't free. Yo, so she said she ain't never been there. So, yo, Diddy is taking a places she ain't never been. So she's head over heels, probably in love and all that, fake love, you know what I mean? So she testifying. I don't know if she, she was forced. She definitely was forced. I don't think, yeah, I think she was forced because she's not, I don't think she's there for the defense. I think she's there for the prosecution where they probably forced her to come in and say, you got to talk to us or we're going to charge you with something. So I'm not even sure what she's being charged with or what she, if she ever was charged with anything, but I'm sure that she was either cooperating witness. She probably cooperated. She probably gonna speak on what she knows, and she probably won't be charged if she do say certain things that maybe that warrants some type of charge or whatever. So basically, she's saying, man, she went to Turks and Caicos. Um, she was excited. She never been there. You know what I mean? And then AUSA called me. So who else went there? February 2021, of course. So she's saying KK, right? KK, Christina Korm, right? The chef, the butler. At one point, you know, yo, barber, yo, see, listen, man, head over heels, man. She thought she made it, bro. She thought she made it, and she knew she made it. She knew she made it. How long did you stay? Right? She did ask you 9 days in Turks and 6 days in the Bahamas. Listen, bro. Diddy was treating her the right way, bro. Right way, treating her, giving her the business. You know what I mean? Listen. She was giving. She was giving. She was doing her thing. He was doing his thing. Yo, nah, that's real. Nah, that's real. And after all that I've gathered right there, after all that I see, bro, it's her, man. It's gotta be Joy. It's gotta be Joy, bro. It's gotta be Joy. You know? So they stay in the Bahamas. It said we're going to play a video not shown in a gallery, right? I took the video. What do you see? The villa, the vibe. What did you tell Sean, right? She said that I was a single mother on social media. I call myself a content creator. She's a content creator, bro. That's what she calls herself. Listen, bro. That's what she is, man. That's what she say. That's what she is. This is America. So that's so they went out, man. They do their thing, man. Nah, they was doing their thing. So here's the thing, man. But why is she? Why are they testifying? Why they got her testifying, man? That's my question about this. Like, why is she testifying? Why is she involved in this testifying and all this nonsense, right? Why they got her? Because right now what I'm hearing is really nothing. Okay, they went out this and that. They had some personal whatever. That's their business, right? But so what's going on? So Comey says we're going to play a video, right? So then, okay, I already said that. It said, what do we see? The villa, whatever the vibe. So she said she was, she do content creator, whatever. It said, what was your work? She said, advertising brands on social media. That's what she did. Listen, bro, she's earning her money, her paycheck or whatever. However way she get it, man. You get it how you live, man. That's the old ways. That's the old ways they used to say it. You get it how you live it. Get it how you live it. So how she was living it with social media. She probably still doing her thing. I ain't judging her about it. That's her doing her thing. She said, what did he give you? Okay, now they're about to, yeah. So they about to get on it, man. They're about to get on this. All right, bet. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go. It says a love bracelet. A bracelet. He said he'd give me money because yo 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 what? Okay, man. All right, man. He gave her the money, right? Oh man, he oh man, she said she appreciated. Wow, he gave me money, man. Wow. How much? $10,000. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yo, man, that's crazy because they trying. It's crazy, bro. This dude taking care of her, right? I mean, giving her $10,000 stipend, whatever, because he got it. You know what I'm saying? He got it. It ain't tricking if you got it, right? Nah, nah, nah. When it comes to the court, bro, you tricking all the time. And yo, listen, you know how the rappers always say, yo, it ain't tricking if you got it. Yeah, you tricking because you got it, right? That's what they saying, as opposed to it ain't tricking if you got it, because right now they just showing like, oh yeah, you giving, this is prostitution. This is what you doing. You giving $10,000 because that's she's you treating her like a prostitute, and you flew her out. Yo, the feds, man. Yo, they, yo, they could take. It's like what they do is, I love it because how they able to take your perception of things and just reverse it on you, like reverse engineering the whole situation on you. Because it's like, oh, so where were you living? She's like, I live in the East Coast. Okay, okay, bad. Now you taking planes to go see him. Oh, so you flew to Miami. I bet. Yeah, where did y'all go? Bahamas. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, good. Where did y'all go? Kirkos. Oh yes. What else? Oh, yeah, $10,000. Oh yes. So it's like $10,000 flying all over the places. Come on, man. Yo, you gotta love the feds, man. You gotta love them, man, because what happened is this. You gotta know what they do, you know what they do. And I'm hoping, here's what I'm hoping, right? With all the situation going on right now, for all the rappers, all the rich dudes, everybody who's getting money, with all these fly females going on, this is a lesson for everybody. Where it's like, yo, y'all got money, yeah, but look, this thing is deeper than that. They could come at you on something and turn and switch the whole thing, even though y'all might have been on some, yo, yeah, man, I got you here, take that. Wait, man, take this 10,000. You know what I mean? Because it's like when we think of $10,000, we think about it. Most people who live in a 9 to 5 and off a minimum wage or whatever, $10,000 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money to anybody, but it just it's like saying $100 to somebody who has 50,000. It's money, but it's probably nothing. It's something you could do. You could do without. If need be. But at the same time, it's like with Diddy. $10,000. That's probably like $100 to a person. That I'm making a comparison, meaning like the 10,000 probably was a lot to Daphne, but to Diddy, it wasn't really that much. So it's like. Now we looking at it, but for the feds, it just playing into the play of trafficking and all this nonsense. I'm not gonna say nonsense, you know what I'm saying, because they built the case, they proven whatever, and Diddy got the top dollar lawyers, bro. Like that's another thing of in itself, because we looking at it. I'm like, because I always hear people say money, yeah, don't worship money, da. But money, man, money do this, money do that, yo. Diddy got the most. He got enough. I don't know if he got enough money, but he got money to fight. He got the best lawyers. Let's see if this same narrative that people talk about money, like, does that really, is it really like, oh yeah, I got money, you got money, you could beat the case. Let me see how that go. You know what I'm saying? So that's that right there. That's real, man. And I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, so you want $10,000. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. $10,000. But yo, it's crazy, man. $10,000. Yo, I'm wondering what Diddy is doing, man. Why she testifying all this? The one thing that I keep hearing, he's quarterbacking everything, man. Yo, they saying he taking notes. He's in court taking notes. He's he's talking to the lawyers back and forth. Every time somebody new come up, he's nodding. Yo, he's talking to people. He's talking to his peoples like, yo, listen, listen. I need you to, writing down, telling them don't ask this question, telling them nah, it's over, it's over. Don't even ask no more question. Yo, what is going to happen? What is going to happen with Diddy, man? Yo, is his family showing up in court? Yo, they don't even come around no more like that. They come, but they don't come that much no more, man. The Suns comes once in a blue. Yo, they getting beat up, man. Yo, it's crazy, man. The mother, sister don't come around like that. Yo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. This thing is getting out of hand, man. Will Diddy will Diddy be out, man? But you know who they say come to court all the time, man? Dinner Train, man. That's the last baby moms, man. It's crazy, bro. This thing, listen, man. The judge, yo, yo, the judge telling Mark Agnifilo to tell Diddy, do not be looking at the jurors nodding your head, or I'm kicking you out. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. So wait, wait, so Diddy can't even look at him? Yo, he can't even look at the jurors. What the wait. Yo, they put him in court in front of the jurors and they don't want him to say nothing. They don't want him to nod his head. So he's not speaking, but he can't nod his head. Yo, that's crazy, man. So I'm wondering, will this hurt? Will this hurt? Will this hurt Diddy, man? Will this hurt Diddy from, now you got the judges scolding, like, yo, your client do this again, we might have to kick him off because this ain't that type of party. You ain't gonna be over here looking at them, nodding your head, shaking your head when something is said, like on some, nah, this ain't no battle rap. Like, you think it's a battle rap, like you turning your head like, nah, you whack. Nah, they want him to stand like a robot, like he's not human. But they're doing human. If they saying a lie, he gonna tell them, nah, heck no, that's not the truth. Don't listen to that. If they telling the truth, I don't know if he gonna agree to the truth, but if they telling a lie, I'm sure he'll be happy to shake his head. Said, man, man, f that, man. Man, listen, man, nah, I ain't do that. You see, so but the judge, it's crazy that the judge is looking at Diddy, thinking like, yo, oh, you looking at my jurors? What you think? You bought one of them? What? I don't know. Yo, Diddy is doing some things I don't know, man. It's like, reportedly he was offered 5 years. I don't believe that. I don't believe none of that like that. Nah. Because if they offered him 5 years, I don't see why he wouldn't take it. You know what I mean? Like, it's plenty of reasons why, maybe, but 5 years, he's already close to just being there 1 year. Come on, man. But, and for him to just, 5 years, like, hey, but anyway, so that's a shocker. That's a shocker right there. That's a shocker to see, to have the judge telling Mark Agnifino, like, listen, you listen to me. Your peoples is out here looking at my peoples. He said, yo, your peoples is out here looking at my peoples. Why the heck is your peoples looking at my peoples? Not in his head. What was, yo? Why is your people's nodding their head at me? You know what I mean? So I want to know. So that's a crazy one right there. That's a crazy one right there, man. You know what I mean? That right there is if the judge now is against them. I mean, the judge supposed to be the person that's in the middle, just making sure everything is correct. Everything is on the up and up from both sides. But at the same time, it's like if Diddy cannot nod his head to something, if it ain't true, like what are you supposed to do? Just, I guess, just stay there and don't say anything. Yo, that's crazy. What do y'all think about that, man? Like, what do y'all think about something like that, where somebody telling you, yo, you can't say this, you can't say that, because if you say not even say, because he not on, he's not on testifying or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, if something is wrong, if something is being said is wrong, right? Your human senses gonna make you do something. This is why they have body language. It's gonna make you do some type of reaction to a false testimony. So based upon that, the judge ain't having it. The judge is threatening to kick Diddy out. Yo, nah, yo, man, this is what, yo, listen, man, this is why crime don't pay, man. I've heard that many times, man. This is something I've always heard, and really, like, it always really never made sense to me when I was younger. But as you get older, you realize, yo, nah, crime don't pay. But it's not in a way of, oh, it doesn't pay, money monetarily, because crime do pay monetarily. But what I would say to that is, when you have to pay, because you got to pay back, you got to pay the piper. You know what I mean? Because it's gambling. You gambling when you commit crime. You gamble with your life, and when you gamble, the house always win. And this point, it's that crime don't pay, because when you have to pay back, you know what I mean, you got to pay back. When you have to pay back all for the crimes you committed, if there is a crime involved or whatever. And I'm not saying that Diddy did a crime or didn't do, because I don't know what's true and what's not. I did see that video, and he's not being in court for that, and that's another thing. He's not in court. He's not in court for that. But a lot of people are saying one of the reasons why he's in court is because he's being tried, not particularly for that thing, but all that is showing a pattern of crime waves that's been going on, and that he has to and they putting everything together, so they do a collage. They doing a collage of crimes, just so they could be like, all right, bet, look all this. This is all him right there. And from what we see, boom, we believe that he did the crime. So now, and Diddy's fighting for his life. He's fighting for his life. So we know Brianna Bungelin, the fashion designer, she took on the stand, and defense, man, defense is on her. The defense is on her. They not playing with her, and they're asking a question. A lot of people think she's shook, and she talking about, oh, she don't remember this, she don't remember that. Yeah. Yeah. She's showing pictures. They showing her mad pictures of drugs, everything. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, yo, Diddy, I don't know, man. So Brianna Bungling, the fashion designer, speaking on she was dangled over um a freaking window or something. Oh, yo, listen, man. They like him, Suge Knight, like they two are the same animals. Like they, well, first of all, I can't even. Yo, you know why? It's always it's crazy because it's always seemed like, man, damn, like I gotta stay away from trying to judge people from saying they did something that I don't know they did and whatnot, that I heard they did, that the people saying they did. So apparently, Suge Knight, dangling, had who Ice Baby, what was his name again? Um, the Ice Baby song, dude. He they had Vanilla Ice. He had him dangled up and out a window, but now it's shoot, shoot. See, this lady Brianna, Bangalin, the fashion designer, is saying the same thing. She's saying the same exact thing. She's like, yeah, yeah, he had me up there, and I think they got proof, but the defense ain't playing. The defense is coming back. Yeah, so the date that she's saying, defense is like, nah, you lying. And Diddy got receipts. Look, she's saying she was dangled up out a window, right? So she's saying she was dangled up out a window, and she's talking about, yeah, they dangled me up out a window on this date, right? So apparently, to her or whatever, because 50, because Diddy got a name for everybody, whatever. So he was Frank Black. So he was Frank Black. So him being Frank Black, he goes to he go to the hotel. He go up in there as Frank Black. So now they have receipt of of him being in different places on the particular date that Brianna is saying that she got dingled up by Diddy. But I think they have the receipts from both sides. I think the defense is just trying to throw a little trickery out there and making sure, like, man, listen, man, I'm throwing this trickery right here. I hope y'all could just, take this. They're trying to sway the jurors, man, but apparently they have the same. So they saying on the particular date that they saying, she's saying she was dangled up out a window. That particular date, Cassie and Diddy, they was in New York at a different hotel. So they basically calling her out like, yo, you saying this, but you lying. But the damage is done, man. The damage already done. It's crazy. It's crazy, man, because like not being in the courtroom, it's kind of hard because to understand what's really going on. Because when I see certain things, certain questions being said, and when it sounds like it's a win for Diddy, but at the same time, nah, I don't, like I don't see it, man. I just don't see it, man. Man, Diddy's fighting for his life, man. Diddy is, yeah, man. Do they? She crying, bro. Oh boy, yo, Jane Doe, man. Oh man, I think yo, let's get back to Jane Doe. Oh man, they said man she tried to speed things up to get it over with, to get it over. Yo, she tried to speed it up, man. Listen, man, yo, that's crazy, man. That's so basically, if it is Daphne Joy, now she apparently she was caught up in the freak off too. Apparently, she was caught up in the joint. She was crying on there. Brianna Bengolin, man. Yo, defense, nah. Yo, defense ain't playing with Brianna. They say you came in, you lie. You want to lie up in here. You didn't do. You wasn't dangled up, man. Stop lying on the man. He's fighting his life. You saying he did this that day, but that day he's in New York. So why are you trying to fight? You trying to come? You know what I mean? Why are you doing that? For what? But I think she might be telling the truth. Got the dates wrong. Or maybe she's lying and got the dates wrong. They probably, be prosecution. Because, you don't put it past nobody, man. Even prosecution, they want to win. Just like everybody wants to win, man. Look, once you go to the court, I always tell people this, man. Like, it's not a black or white, I don't believe. I mean, it's probably some people, but the thing about it is this: prosecution is on some different level. You could be innocent all you want. Once you get indicted and you come on their court, that's like putting me, in the jungle for a lion. What you think they're gonna do? Gonna eat. That's what they do. That's their jungle. You come to the court, they're gonna try to eat you alive, man. It's not there's no feelings. They don't put no feelings into it. None of that. Prosecution is there to eat you once you get up in there. And right now they trying to eat, 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 eat. This dude Diddy, man. Get him out the way. Now put him away. They trying to go for the gusto. You know what I mean? And a lot of lawyers is saying, man, listen, this could go either way. Because they could have easily went the easy route and just get him on a few things and be like, all right, bad, you good. But now they went on a higher level where now they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it's that, which, that's probably gonna warrant him 20 to life or something. Whereas if he would have got caught up in the other things, they went the easy route, they probably would have got maybe 5-10 years from him. You know what I mean? Which is mad time. This is a lot of time, but at the same time, they going for the gusto, bro. They going for the gusto. They don't care. They thinking like, man, we gonna go for the gusto. We taking them down. And Brianna's trying to help. Daphne Joy is trying to help. You know what I mean? And I don't know if these people, Daphne Joy, I don't believe that she wants to do it. I think she probably forced into doing it. But Brianna, I think she's more or less like, shoot, man, listen, I'm probably gonna sue you too. Let me come in here. Let me get you wrapped up. let me get you wrapped up like a mummy. And then once I get you wrapped up like a mummy, I can sue you then. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot going on there. But is there a burden of proof? Is it proven? Is it? Did they find him guilty of everything yet, man? Yo, Yo, Combs better relax, man. Yo, Brianna. Yo, we gotta go back to that judge, man. The judge don't want him to do that no more. Do not shake your head. Do not look at the jurors. Do not play around with my court. Removed Comb. They want to remove him out of there. Yo, listen, man. The judge, man. The judge is not playing. I told y'all the judge ain't playing. Yo, Judge Aaron Subramanian. That's his name. That's what they say. I don't know, bro. I hope I'm saying it the right way. If it happens again, if it happens once more, I will hear an application from the government to give a curative instruction to the jury, which you don't want. That's a threat, bro. That's a threat. That's top 3 dead or alive threat right there. That's a threat right there. Letting them know, listen, bro, you gone. We gonna really put you in the chamber. Your money can't save you. Your money can't. I don't care how much money you got. You remember that skit on it's not even a skit with Pinky from the record store on Friday. He said, "Say it one more time. Say it one more time." Yo, the judge. That's pretty much what the judge doing right there, man. They just said, "Say it one more time. Shake your head one more time. You shake your head one more time. I promise you." Yo, and then these pictures, man, these little yo, they got the judge looking like, yo, I would tear your head down. I would get you. Yeah, that judge ain't playing, man. That judge is not playing with Diddy, man. Diddy think he's still on the street. He could shake his head. Nah, bro, you can't shake your head. You can't do nothing. You gotta take it. You gotta take all the lies that you hear. In fact, yo, that's funny, man. Yo, 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 and they said Diddy chilled out. Yo, Diddy Diddy like he got the picture. He like, all right, thank you, Judge. I mean, I think, but it's crazy. Like I told y'all before, how can you like your body language gonna say, oh, okay, man, yo, I didn't do that. If I didn't do it, I didn't do it. If I did it, I did it. But if I didn't do it, I'm gonna let you know. Like my body language gonna say no. But now they like, yo, you better hold on to your body, bro. You better. I don't care what your body tells you. You better hold it in. You're holding it in, Diddy. And yo, listen, man. I'm not laughing at Diddy, man, because it's no laughing matter, man. What he going through in his life, you know what I mean? That's a disclaimer for me, you know, like I can't, man. He going through it, you know what I mean? And apparently, his actions has some other people going through it themselves. So, but me, I'm, middleman looking at things from the, just giving perspective, and I don't want to laugh at, the man. It just, that's a way of like releasing the, the pains of both sides. You know what I mean? Like the, life pains, man. Like you looking at it just, woof. It just look crazy. It's just like, damn, man. Like, woo. Like he going through it. This man. At one point, he was a billionaire running around, going coast to coast, doing whatever he got to do, free man. Now he's sitting on the chair, and the judge is scolding him like a little baby in front of his babies. That's what makes me like, man, that's like a wow. But then you got this woman up there like, yo, she like, man, I was dangled up, and prosecution is upset because Combe is giving gestures to the jury, talking about, nah, he didn't do it. And the prosecution, them 6 white women, they ain't playing with Combs, bro. They like, yo, why is he shaking his head out here? Man, they telling the judge, like, listen, if he shake his head one more time, Now the judge like, yo, you shake your head one more time. Just do it one more time. Furniture's gonna start moving up in here. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's a threat. Or maybe it's a promise. It's a promise, not a threat. We all know it's a promise. Because they will move them out of there. Move them out of there. Yo, the judge, he feel like, yo, yo, he trying to intimidate the jury. Yo, people is crazy, yo. Yo, it's crazy. Yo, yo, yo. They bring, yo, look, listen to this, right? So they bring in Brianna. Prosecution it's funny, man. So it's like it's a chess game going on. The chess game is crazy because on the one hand, you thinking to yourself like, yo, why is she being there? Why they got Brianna coming in up in there, right? So she come up in there like she like, well, they're like, well, come on, this is one of the reasons, big reasons, so they say, is that why Cassie was reluctant to actually leave Sean Combs in terms of the freak off or whatever is because of what happened to Brianna. So basically they saying because, she saw and heard about, what happened to Brianna, she don't want to be the next Brianna, so she's just going along to get along type of situation. And so that's what she come in there for. But here's the thing. So when you have a defensive power, when you have defensive prowess, you have these lawyers, you got these powerful lawyers sitting there like, yo, what? That's what you said? Now they going into this thing like, yo, you come up in here not even ready. You think you could just come up in here and just say this happened to you on this day, and you think we ain't gonna double check that? So now they double checking it. Now they leaving her baffled. Why? Because when she's saying this happened here, this happened there, yo, defensive come back like, nah, you lying son of yo, it's you lying? Yo, thank you. That's a thank you to them because, yo, that's all they want to do is to find you lying. Once you lying, it's a win for them because now it shows like, yo, look, she don't got her story right because she come up in here lying about the dates and she wasn't there when she said she was. So let's continue on, man, and see what's happening. So so we gotta go back on it. They're accusing her of lying, man. They accuse Brianna of lying because because Combs was in a bad boy reunion. Bad boy reunion. Listen, bad boy reunion in New York. So why are you lying about that day? You lying about it. She keeping, listen, she's saying, man, I got no doubt that it happened to me. It happened to me. Yo, that's another thing too. Somebody telling you, yo, like I tell you something happened to me, and you telling me, nah, it didn't happen to you. Yo, and yo, I think, man, that's why I think every kid needs to learn how to be a lawyer, man. Speak out like a lawyer, because it's fascinating to me because it's like this woman. I don't know if it happened or didn't happen, but she clearly coming in talking about it happened. You know what I mean? Because I think you would remember if something happened to you. Now I don't know if she maybe messed up the date, or even does that even matter to the jury if she did get dangled up But if she did get dangled up, but it wasn't on the date that she said it did happen, does that even matter? Or does everything has to coincide? Like, okay, it was that day. Like, do she have to remember everything? So I don't think so, because it's becoming now. It seems like the government has made it a pattern to bring people in to show like he's definitely like just he's been violent to every last one of us. Like, yeah, but it's like, but the defense is like, nah, you guys, some of y'all, we know what happened with Cassie, but some of y'all is definitely lying, because the Cassie situation, she been there for years with Combs. Somehow, some way, they Cassie, she said on the stand that she did love him. So I don't know how that is, but she says she loved them, and apparently, in Combs' mindset, whatever, some people may look at it twisted. I think he loved it too, maybe a little bit too much, or maybe didn't know how to love her, and I don't know, because it definitely showed she he trying to love her to the point where he was killing her. You know what I mean? And became abusive towards her. This is not me judging him. This is something that's how the defense, they actually, this is how they defended Combs. They like, yo, this is he was abusive towards her. We accept that. It's crazy. We accept that. We yeah, the video, yes, we accept that. We accept responsibility. So they saying all that right there. Like, I accept responsibility, this and that. But here's the thing. Um, but all the other stuff, if it's Cassie, I think they're like, yeah, true. Yeah, we'll take that. Take that. But if it's not Cassie, nah, I ain't doing that. Nah, y'all lying. Y'all gotta prove that. And you gotta come sharp. You gotta come on the right day. Don't talk to me. You talking about you was there and I was over here in the bad boy meetings, reunion, me, Kiss, everybody just doing what we gotta do. And then you talking about I was dangling you up in some type of hotel. Nah, Diddy like, nah, I ain't do it. So he start shaking his head. Judge get pissed off. Yo, we kicking you out, bro. You don't shake your head in my court. What you think this is? Yo, Daddy, man, listen, man. You can't come up in here with that. Your prosecution pissed off, judge is pissed off. But is this a ploy of Diddy? You know what I mean? Because once he did, it's like once you did it, you did it. Like, Diddy always like, yo, nah, I ain't do that. Nah, I beat Cassie, yeah. Nah, yeah. We took pink cocaine. Yes, we did. Yes. Did you have male escort? Yes. Did you beat that? Did you dangle hair? No. So they don't want him to do that. Nah, they don't want him. They want him to sit there and take it. How ironic though. They want him to take it. Whoa. It's crazy, man. Yo, Jane. Oh man, sex trafficking, man. The second Jane. Oh man. Yo. Bro. They was in there 3 years, man. 3 years. Jane. Most likely. Oh man. Daphne Joy, baby. Oh man. Daphne Joy. 50 Cent baby moms. Most likely. Undoubtedly. Yeah, 3 year relationship, man. This one might cost Diddy the case. I didn't know she was gonna be testifying. Because the Cassie thing is one thing, right? So when they put the Cassie thing together, it's like, okay, we all sit there and like, yo, everything we see, yeah, you guilty of that, right? And Diddy, it's apparently they just you take that. But everything else, here's the thing, it's like everything else that comes into it, that's what messes up everything. Because if they can't prove the other stuff, then Diddy may be able to walk. Because the Cassie stuff is mainly even though is wrong, everything of it is wrong, but it was, apparently it was consensual. They could argue that. They've been arguing that. But now they looking at it, there's a pattern of you hiring women, making women do the same things, paying for it, and baby oil, pink cocaine. Baby oil, nothing wrong with that. But the pink cocaine, something wrong with that. Prostitution, something wrong with that. Flying from Miami. So if you notice, they talking about the flying to Kinko's, Bahamas, Miami. See, this is what the feds. So now the feds is like, yeah, this is our territory. Why were you flying out there with the pink cocaine? Why? Who gave you the pink cocaine to be flying, baby boy? Who you flying out there with pink cocaine? Why couldn't you fly with the white cocaine? I think that might be another issue. They like this dude he got his own thing, like pink cocaine. Yo, Diddy, man. I don't know, bro. Yo, Jane Doe. Yo, red lights. Red lights. Yo, baby oil. Yo, 24 bottles of baby oil. Escorts. This is not, red light, man. Red light district. For this one, it was red light district. You understand? So Daphne, which we're gonna call Jane Doe, we don't know if that's her. She's saying for her, it was the red light, it was red lights, right? A baby oil, like 24 baby oils. I mean, shoot, 24. Damn, right? Daddy's crazy. Daddy was doing his thing, bro. He was living his life, bro. He's living his life. I don't know that life, but he's living it. I don't know, bro. And they would have the peoples come up in there. You know what I mean? The whole wrestling team come up in there, bro. We don't know what's going on. Yo, Diddy, man, Diddy liked it certain ways. She used to have her hair down, right? They said that, man. She got her hair down, everything like that. Head down, doing her thing. You see what I'm saying? But when it's time to get down with the get down, man, she had a ponytail. Nails white, bro. She got her nails right. You know what I mean? She got her nails right, ponytail. Yo, strippers. Yo, escorts coming in. Oh boy. Yo, this dude Sean, man. Yo, my boy Diddy, man. My boy Diddy. Once, this dude, Jane Doe saying the way it happens for her. So Cassie was a little different, but for her, it was like once the stripper comes in or the male whatever escort come in, guess what happens? You give him head. That's what he want to see. I don't know, man. Diddy was something. He was on something else, man. He gave him head. That's what he wants to see. Yo, I'm wondering that's crazy, man. I'm wondering how Diddy feeling up in there, man. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, they was together, bro. You know what's crazy with that? The thing about this is that even their relationship, this thing was still going on. Like once he got arrested, of course it's over, but it's like they were still going on until the time he got arrested. When they took him in, it's over. And now she's in court testifying. She telling the truth now. telling the truth, her truth. Wow, wow, that's crazy, man. Like she's yo, man, yo, that's crazy, man. So I'm sure he's in there like looking like, man, why is she up in here, man? Why she's here? And she come up in there, she telling her truth, and her truth sound just like just like Cassie truth. Yo, that listen, man, I can't be in denial no more, bro. If she comes in telling her truth and her truth sounds similar to Cassie truth, but her truth, yeah, it sounds like Cassie truth, but it sounds like it's a different truth, but it's the same truth at the same time. I don't know if I'm making sense to y'all, but it's just too coincidental, bro. Too coincidental. So I don't know, man. And it's just because she said they had a relationship. It's a 3 year relationship. So he wasn't pimping her. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't giving her up. It just this is how he get down. You know what I mean? That's how he get down. Him is, he think he's in a play in Pornhub or something. He's one of them characters in Pornhub where he just living the life or whatever it is. Like giving up. Yo, you go ahead, do it. I'm watching. Man, listen. And nope, I'm not gonna judge him. I'm still ain't gonna judge him because that ain't my place. God is the judge, man. But it just sound fishy to us, man. Just sound fishy how it's going down. Like it's sounding the same thing. Not that she's lying. And Diddy, man, I don't know. It just doesn't. To me, I'm no lawyer, no sense of form. But it doesn't look good for Diddy in terms of. I don't know if it's the racketeering that part, but it's I believe that's the sex trafficking. So that part I think they got. I think maybe that probably doesn't hold that much time. Well, any time in jail is time, but I guess they don't care about that part because she walks up in there and telling her truth, and it says, shoot, she walk up in there, Diddy, Diddy can't even move no more, so he got turned into a robot. So he can't even move or nod, man, because there's rule and regulation in the court, man. Like it's every game, whatever game you play, there's rule and regulation in it, man. You gotta know the game, play by the rules. You know what I mean? You catch a foul, you catch a flagrant, then you get kicked out of the the game. That's how it always been. You know what I mean? Any game. So I think the court game, Diddy cannot walk, he cannot shake his head. The judge ain't having it. You know what I mean? The judge is right there saying they're like, you can't be turning your head. Man, you can't be talking to the jury. You none of y'all can't be nodding to the jury. Come on, man. Nah. You cannot. yo, 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 show court, man. Did he try to pull something on the judge, man? He not having it. Yo, he says he's not having it, man. Yo, Brianna Bongerland, man. Yeah. We got receipts for you. Yeah. Yeah. She talking about she got injuries. Yeah. Bungling talking about she got Reggie's September 26, 2016. That's what she say, right? Yeah. 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 But guess what? But guess what? But guess what? Guess what? So September 26, 2016. This woman says she was dinging down to the hotel balcony, right? So here's the thing. There's a bill from the Trump International Hotel in New York City, right? There's a bill that's for, Bad Boy Reunion, September 24th through September 29th, 2016. So these dates, it clashes with the date that she's saying sustained certain injuries that they took a picture of. But who said it couldn't happen? So when did that happen? Yeah, bro. This woman dingling, what's her name? Brianna Bungling, not dingling. My bad, yo. Listen, so she, yo, they got receipts, yo. That's why you got to keep your receipts. I'm keeping all receipts, man. Bro, when I go to Walmart, I'm keeping my receipts, man. I ain't playing no more. I'm not throwing it away. Nah, because this dude, Sean, Diddy, so they got receipts of him, got a little bit of, breakfast. He was eating breakfast at the Trump Hotel around the same time. Receipts of the the food that was eaten. And the food, it got the dates and everything on there. So now if you so can you be at two places at the same times? New York and LA. So she like, yo, can we be at the same place? Can two items, can we be two? And she said, well, yeah, of course. He's a billionaire. He could be at two places at one time. So why he was in New York and I got dingo down in LA? So what? So what the date says? Shoot, I was dingo down and look, this is the date. So now this gonna be on up to the judges, to the juries, I mean, to prove, the situation. Like, yo, did this really happen? Because that's a big one right there. I don't know who's went for, but she's up in there crying. And ex Jane, Jane, aka Miss 50 Cent, the suitor named Jane, she 2024 when he was arrested, bro. Oh man. Her allegations, man, same thing. Positive relationship, freak off, night is sour. Oh man. Yo. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Yo, Jane Doe, she loved them. They love each other. Yo. 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 Yo, they say that, yo, this dude, the way he does things is this. Boom, get the chick in, you know what I mean? Tell her, I love you. They say I love you. Then, yo, let's get some freak off go. Yo, so she said hers, it wasn't freak off, it was hotel nights. You know what I mean? They get the little bit of hotel nights in, and it's crazy. Man, he just, yo, she thought it was cool to do. Yo, she said, yo, yo, she said, yo, when the prosecution asked her how many times they did this, she said she can't even count. She can't count, man. She said, yo, Maureen called me, prosecution says, can you estimate how many times you told Sean in writing and verbally you did not want to have sex with other men? She said many times. Yo, I'm not laughing at this though. She said she didn't want to do it no more. Yo, she said she felt compelled and all this nonsense. That's crazy, man. And that's where the sex trafficking come in at. She talking about she had to do it. She had to do it because she being forced. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Bro, I don't know. Yeah, Brianna crying, talking about yeah. Come on, man. What? Man, Daddy better relax, bro. Yo, but she kept in contact with both, yo. But they have people who doctors who say there's a reason why and everything like that, and it's cool. I respect it. Um, but she said she'll never forget it, man. She's crying. Um, Defense people telling, yeah, you lying like a mother. Yeah, them days don't coincide. But it doesn't. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't look good for prosecution. This can't look good for prosecution. Yeah, you could say, oh yeah, it didn't happen or didn't happen, or you brought her there to confirm certain situations. You brought her there to do certain things. You didn't bring her there to be like on some. Oh, we didn't know. We no, you brought her there because you knew. I don't think prosecution was ready for this one where he actually had a freaking thing in New York, the bad boy, where you gonna say, oh, yeah, he was in New York. You didn't know he was in New York. So now when they pulling them receipts and they like, yo, and they showing that he was eating breakfast, and how can you be doing that? And then now you say like, oh yeah, it did happen. No, you have to you have to get your story straight. So it doesn't look good. That particular, even though that's what I'm saying, man. Every day sounds a little different because at one point I'm thinking she I'm like, shoot, call me. It got you on this one. You dangle a white woman on what? Where? Oh, you going to hell. Forget jail. You going to hell. They're gonna get you. And then now we find out, nah, I wasn't even there. So we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. That's a concern. That's a concern, man. Defense had receipts, man. Yo, they got messages. Yo, her testimony, man, it doesn't look that good. But prosecution, they don't really care about that. So at the thing, you gotta remember. So it's crazy because it's kind of like, here's what they say, right? You know how they say somebody could accuse you of something, it makes the headlines, but when you get acquitted of it, nobody says anything, and I think prosecution did their job. They got somebody to come up in there and say, yo, look at this monster, he did this to me. Now, yeah, when you like, okay, yeah, yeah, this monster, but then you like, yo, you got receipts and say, yo, look, nah, heck no, I wasn't there. But I don't know if jurors looking at it like, yo, nah, that one was lying. Nah, you're just looking at the whole compilation of you bringing in this person whose story, yeah, it's a story, it's probably true, but you got the dates wrong, and clearly the man he's supposed to be in New York, and you saying that he was over there dangling you on a balcony, and sending texts out, but when this guy wasn't, clearly he wasn't out there. So now they saying, oh yeah, you was out there. It's like, wait, hold on. Yeah, the jury might at the moment look at it like, oh, maybe not. It's not like they got a pen in their hand like, yo, oh, this one was lying. Like, it's not like, I don't know if the jury's able to have a pen in their hand thinking like, yo, let me write down what I think will happen here, because she's coming there crying and all that. She was dangling over, and then when they bring the receipts, it's like, so what? It happened so long ago. I don't know the date, but I was dangling down there. It's like, no, it's not like that. But then at the same time, prosecution, they don't care about that because they just, whatever they could bring in, if they could bring it in and all it is gonna smear. They smearing his name, and all the smear on his face, some gonna stick. And that's all. They just need a couple things to stick. They don't need everything to stick. They just need a couple things to stick. And you got this dude Sean shaking his head, nodding, and that might be a bad look because now it's like, what you doing? You think you got this? You think you that you in here acting like you that confident, like you shaking your head like you trying to tell us something? You the same dude that was beating this young little fragile girl on the video. We saw that. You know what I'm saying? So it could work two ways, man. So at this point though, with this woman, Brianna, bungling, it's just sound like, okay, we got receipts. So why are you lying? So she don't remember the material facts, right? Oh boy. Oh man, prosecution, man. Guess what prosecution did, man? They brought back a text message, bro. Yo, prosecution brought back a text message. They had their own receipts. Yo, I'm telling you, you better keep your receipts. You go to Walmart, you better keep your receipts, bro. Prosecution got their receipts. Diddy got his receipts. Diddy thought he had receipts. Prosecution got receipts. And their receipts. Yo, Taxi, Cassie, bro, bro, Cassie telling people, texting people. They got a text. That's a receipt for the prosecution. Saying Cassie saying, yo, I'm done. I had enough. You gonna dangle bungling up there? I had enough. So that's prosecution receipts. Yo, there was no prosecution. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Bro, this girl bungling, man. She was about the money, bro. She wanted money. That's what it sounds like they saying because they said this chick was partying a week later. 1 week she had the neck brace, dying. They said she was in the morgue. Neck brace, bro. Next week, she's in the club, Diddy bopping. So it's very damaging to the prosecution, even though they kind of bounced back on it because they had their own, little thing where they was like, I bet. You know what? Y'all got receipts. I got receipt from your ex-wifey. She talking about she leaving because you dangled the woman up in, you know what I mean? But nah, this chick though, this bungling girl, told you she was in the morgue, half neck, dying. Week later, maybe it was the pink cocaine that revived her. Who knows, bro? I don't know, bro. Prosecution, they messed up bringing her in there. She said the photo was taken the same day, bro. Sean Combs. Yo, this chick taking pictures, right? Taking picture on that same day. Sean Combs, like the night before this dude is party is having, just performing in a concert, bro. He's performing in the concert, and they wondering, hey, he's performing. Next day, after next day, my boy tired, bro. Like, come on, man. He tired. He ordered a little bit of breakfast. That's what they said. I don't know. Who am I? I don't know if it was true or not, but they say he was ordering breakfast. He ordered a little bit of breakfast, got his little breakfast, and then the girl told him about she got a text. She said she got a text or whatever. She was being dangled up in the balcony. I don't know, bro. Brianna Bungling, I don't know. She's stumbling. Yo, sound like a little bit of scheming going on, bro. Yo, he came. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Yo, 2016 text from Ventura to Kristen Chrome. He came into my house and my friends were here. They woke me. They woke me up because he was ringing the bell like crazy. He went Abana and choked her, then dangled her feet off the balcony. So that's what the 2016 joint saying. But at the same time, yo, this dude is like, yo, nah, we wasn't there. How you gonna send a text? Y'all running a game. Y'all running a scheme. Some people believe they was trying to run a money scheme on Diddy back then. Yo, that's crazy. He came into my house and my friends were here. They woke me up because he was ringing the bell like crazy. He dangled her feet. Wow. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. The dates is wrong. The dates is wrong. That's crazy, yo. When did it happen? Wait. Oh, that's crazy, yo. Yo, that's crazy, man. She is not worth the queens, bro. The prosecution failed today, man. They should have never did that, man. Why would you bring her in there and now it's taking the testimony? It's like you bringing this person in who's lying, and Cassie's involved in there. Look at this. That's crazy. They made up that story, bro. The rocketeering, man. Why would they bring the dingling part on there? Yo, the dingling off the balcony is for the coercion. You know that, right? yo, yo, prosecution is crazy, yo. They do every little thing they do is it's a purpose behind it. Yo, prosecution, Maureen Comey, man. Oh man, she laid it down for how what he was paying for Jane. Were you making money? How much money? Wow. Were y'all using drugs? The freak off hotel nights. How did that happen? Judge, telling, yo, I'm gonna kick you out. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Judge telling Diddy, man, yo, what's up with you, man? You don't be shaking your head up in there. You crazy? Is it a bad look? Is it a bad look if Diddy can't be in the courtroom? Yo, that's crazy, man. Yo, they said showing up in there. Yo, yo, this dude is sending sign languages, bro. yo, Sean Combs is gangster, bro. Yo, he's up in there sending messages, bro. Yo, Sean Combs is not testifying, but he's testifying with his head, bro. He's shaking his head saying yes. He's shaking his head no. He like, nah. Yo, yo, bro. Yo, bro. It's crazy, man. And 50 is losing it, bro. Oh, man. 50 is going crazy, man. But anyway, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Yo, thank you for everybody that came up in here, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll get back at it later, man. All right, y'all. Peace.